So this is it, guys, the new purchase. It's clearly all smashed up here. Take the mount point off at the back here. £700 delivered. Confidence is key in these moments. Here we go, oh. Mate, we've got a major problem. That's obviously bent. Let's install ourselves a steering rack. Just need to clear that. All right. I've got to admit, actually, that was a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. It's definitely not a one-man job. That has saved my bacon once again. This is all of our frame, our chassis. No damage at all here. Elephant in the room, big holes like this. So is that for your garage or something? That was a... Ooh! Hang on a minute! Two things. First of all, let me show you this. We took the car to a show as a little test when we were driving it, and well, there's a few people who have put some interesting comments on there. Shmee, Alex from Auto Alex, we've had Tavares, everyone signed this one. We might be giving this front fender away. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to win something like this, or shall we just use it on the wall as garage wall art. I'll get a few more people to sign this before we make a decision on it. Now, final big one on this is headlights. If you come and have a look at this one, oh. So this one is not too bad at all. It's actually a good headlight. It's just been pushed over. However, the same cannot be said about this one here. This one 100% needs replacing. All of the lenses cracked, and you can't buy lenses on this separately. And we've got the little surround there that is also smashed. So I have come up with probably my best bargain ever. Check this out. So these headlights are not just headlights. These are the carbon upgrades. So there's some very tasteful upgrades you could order on the 430, and one of the ones I particularly look for on a Scuderia is the carbon headlights. Now, to give you an example, these things typically sell for about 10,000 euros, I think was the last set that I saw. Have a guess how much I picked these up for. Can't believe it myself. Both of them just over £2,000. That's because the person who was selling them, I don't really think knew what he was selling. Now this one, I will admit, had a slight problem. Headlights from the 430, as with the 360, they really suffer with getting very cloudy and very milky on the inside of the lens. These are sealed units, you can't get in them unless you're Ratarossa and know how to do it. This one was pristine. This one was suffering with exactly that. And let me show you. So this is not really meant to happen with 430 lights, and I've taken it apart. We've cleaned it all out, but we've got one slight imperfection on this one, just here. I don't know if you can see that on camera. If I spin it in the light, you might see it. So I've left it like this. We haven't sealed it. We're going to get the guys at the body shop just to see if they can work some magic on that area. It's a little bit rough on the outside, totally fine on the inside, but it just gives them a bit more maneuverability. So we're going to do that, and then I'll seal it all together. But they need these in order to be able to get all the lines and everything like that correct when they're doing all the body work on that car. So the bargain of a century. Anyway, there you go. Let's take the car to the body shop, take all this along with it. All right, next bit of the build. You've seen it how it is. You've seen the upgraded headlights. It's time to get this baby over to the body shop, get the exterior looking perfect again with a new lick of paint. Let's go. Not going to keep you waiting for a whole nother video. The car has been painted
just like that with a bit of YouTube magic. So let me get out, let's give you a tour and show you just how good this Scuderia now looks. Okay, let's have a look how incredible this repair has turned out. I am so chuffed at what we have done here. Let's start at the front of the car. Basically every single panel on this car, to a certain degree, had some kind of damage. The front was pretty bad, and our home DIY repair on this bumper saved a lot of money. And look at that, you cannot tell the difference. It is perfect. It looks exactly like a new one, and well, I'm really happy with my skills on that one. I am no expert at all. What else on the front? So we got really lucky with this car. We didn't have to repaint the front bonnet, the roof, or the rear engine lid, which was very fortunate because we got the factory stripes all painted on the car, all underneath the lacquer, so we didn't have to do anything with that. Now the incredible thing here is, as I said, other than those 3 panels, most of the, well, I think all the rest of the car has been repainted. And if you look at that, the colour match is absolutely spot on. This is a 2008 car. This was original paint, and the rest of it is obviously new. So the guys have done a really top notch. In fact, this is probably one of the best paint jobs I've seen. Normally I'm so picky, I can spot or I see something and you know, you put up with it, but in this case it's absolutely amazing. The color match is superb. We've also put the carbon headlights on. It was kind of we needed to replace one, we spent a little extra and we did an upgrade at the same time, and this is really a nice upgrade for a Scuderia. I really like the carbons, and it really makes that the car pop compared to just standard, a little bit bland grey headlights that it had before. So happy with the upgrade. Front right side, look at that, guys. We put the new front wing on the front quarter here, and again, it's come out amazing. Look, this was where the white van rode over the car. There was a van on the wrong side of the road, and unfortunately it collided with the right side front of the doors were repaired. Again, perfect. The job is absolutely amazing. If we had a little bit down here, again, all repaired. Looks like new, guys. I know I keep saying this, but it really is very impressive. Now, rear end, we did repaint the full bumper at the back because of that repair that we did on this side. As I said, we did not have to repaint the engine lid. We got very lucky with that, and the key bit here was all about getting that color match correct. So between all the panels that we did paint and the panels we didn't, the repair down here on the bumper. And one thing that I did take note from your suggestions, a few of you mentioned it, we put a bit of more strengthening on the back of the bumper where we fixed that little split, that crack in it, just to give it a bit more rigidity. So that's all been done. And then the big one really was this rear quarter on this side. This is one of the areas that is of concern. So it's hit a gate post on this side, which, as you can see, was probably one of the worst areas of the car. This on the front right side were really the bits all the impact happened. And well, join line up here. You tell me, guys, can you see anything? The door was repaired again. We had a couple of little bits on the front and the rear of the door, and this, actually I forgot, this front wing, the fender on this side, it had a dent in it. This one was actually repaired. We didn't replace this, we repaired this, and well, popped the dent out, did what they needed to do. Can you tell? No. Last couple of things to show you guys. Number one, listen for this. Remember when we opened the door before, we had that horrendous noise where it was scraping. We are all good. And then finally on the inside of the car, or that side of the arch, it depends how you look at it, we had this panel here, which was really the only structural panel on the car. I say structural, it wasn't structural at all really. It was just bonded in place, panel bonded in place there with a couple of tack welds. And look at that, we bought the brand new one from Ferrari. We've installed it, we've painted it. It matches exactly as the factory colour as well. You would never notice any difference there, and never know that had once had a big gaping hole in it where you could see the outside and the road. So super happy with that. All right, let's quickly just show you the money shot on the Scuderia. This was not damaged at all. We've run a few tests on it. We've checked out all the F1 system, and well, it's actually very, very good. The car was serviced a little bit before the car was crashed, so technically it should be really good. And don't forget, all the damage, the major impact was over there and a little bit on the wing here, so this was all protected. So very, very, very fortunate, and a very nice engine indeed. Super converted a little bit, I've got to admit. This is a extremely good stripped out raw Ferrari. With the car back from paint and looking pristine, there's only one more thing to do. It's time for a road trip. So it's time to pack the essentials. We've got my laptop for editing on the fly going in the stunning Extra laptop bag with hidden compartments. We've got the Weekender travel bag with its separate waterproof shoe compartment. Very handy that. I'm going to add to that the tracker card. We've also got the 12 card stunning Extra wallet, which I will add to it the handy Extra little tool card, which is probably better than the Ferrari one. And then finally, I've got my key tracker, and all of that can be tracked from my phone. So while I'm away enjoying a road trip in the Scuderia, you guys get to enjoy 25% off your Extra products by clicking on my link in the description below the video and using code Ratarossa. All right, with all my Extra essentials packed, we are ready to hit the road. So guys, on a build like this, when you complete it, well, you really need to test it to its fullest capability. And well, you don't really just want to drive around local roads, you need to take it on a proper road trip. So we're heading all the way from the UK over to France to Le Mans. 100 years of Le Mans, and it's only fitting that this Scuderia has its final outing on this build down there. Let's go. Our route down to France involved an overnight ferry from Portsmouth, and as usual I was running a little bit late, so had to make up a bit of time. We finally made it to the port, and we're joined by a whole host of other supercars all en route for the race weekend. So we're queuing to get on the ferry, and there's a cool queue, and there's the normal queue. Cool queue. We have classic, of course. We've got Maserati back there, obviously we've got the Ferrari at the front, and we got our new 911 992. That's our bed for the night. Ooh, some big speed bumps here. Good stuff. Look at that for the ultimate plate. We set sail, and after a few hours sleep we were up early in France, ready for the second leg of our journey. Quick refill, one of many. A blast through the French countryside and some very pretty picturesque villages, and we were ready for our first stop in France. So as a little treat, we have stopped en route to Le Mans in this rather lovely French chateau, which seems to be never ended. It starts over there. We got the whole thing for a very decent price actually. All of this, we've got some hidden bits over there. We've got several floors. Let me give you a quick tour. Built in 1829, this charming 200-year-old building was full of character and charm, with its stone walls and worn staircases, endless rooms that I lost count of, and many strange areas. It was both beautiful and creepy at the same time.
Wow. Look at that beefy thing.
Exploring around, I discovered a random abandoned Hummer just parked up, and then in a hidden barn, some very interesting old motorbikes.
Look at this. Whoa. Check this out. I've never heard of that. Oh man, totally would want one of those. Wow.
Well, I made it through the night without being murdered, and then early morning we were back on the road again for another 2 hours straight down to Le Mans. I run through the town for the local car spotters, and then it was time to set up my new home for the weekend. We then headed straight up to the track to watch some rather eventful practice laps, and then it was on with the celebrations. So we're at Le Mans, and well, I've built something for the Ferrari team just to race. But the best bit by far is watching nighttime racing. With the glowing brake discs, there's something magical about watching these cars hit 200 miles an hour in the dark. Now Le Mans is great, but if you don't like noise and you love your sleep, it is definitely not the place for you.
This is 1:30 in the morning. Listen to the cars. So I'm going to put my earplugs in, and then I'm going to try and get some sleep.
Driving the Scuderia down through France was absolutely superb, but the highlight of the weekend had to go to the fact that after 50 years of absence from racing at Le Mans, the Ferrari team were back with the ultimate hypercar. The only question that remained was, after all of that time, could they actually win? And yeah, of course they won. And with that momentous Ferrari win and an epic weekend behind us, it was time to head back home. So we made it all the way back in one piece with no problems at all. The car behaved absolutely perfectly. So it's now time to wrap up this whole project and pass on the 430 mantle to another YouTuber. But first, let's head on back to the board and find out how much the final cost of this build came to. All right, on our final roundup, there's actually only two numbers to add in. We know that our lights were an absolute bargain at 2,100. And that really just leaves one final cost, and that is all to do with the paint and the bodywork. So, do we give them a number on that? What do you think? Should we?
Nah.
No, let them guess.
Let them guess it.
Let them guess. So, all right, let's have a little competition, guys. Currently, 2,100 brings us to £58,287. Let's have a little guessing game in the comments below. How much do you think the final build cost
came to on this Scuderia. I'm going to give you a little clue though. It was sub £65,000. We made my target, and if you get it right, the closest one will win. Should we give them a panel from this or something like that? Yeah, a little bit of a cut off from this. A signed panel from the Scuderia that came off the car. How about that? All right, guys. So closest one wins a panel from the Scuderia build. Anyway, that is it. That's 65. We made it nicely. And so with that, it's time to finish the build. Well guys, sadly that means the Scuderia project is now finished, but as they say, all good things must come to an end, and the end of this has opened up an amazing opportunity, guys. I cannot believe what I have done a deal with in the background here, which you're going to find out about in a little while. You're going to have to wait for this one, but it is literally going to be YouTube history. It's going to be absolutely monumental. I might give you a little clue, but you're really going to have to wait for the details on this one. But trust me, when you find out, you're going to be peeing your pants like I have. Anyway guys, in the meantime, it's only fair that I now pass on the Ferrari 430 mantle to another YouTuber, or two, or actually three. Check this out.
Joining me all the way from the UK, Ratarossa is in town. He's been helping me with a project.
Right, Sam is now going fishing.
I was gonna make Scott jump up over the engine.
Good work. Right, so we just need to work out how the heck we're going to get that in, as well as the pump.
We need that extra bit of room. Before we drain the tank, I gotta go drain the tank. You know what I'm saying?
So, Freddie's in the 430 crew. I'm in the 430 crew. We have a new 430 crew owner.
I was in the 430.
He was for 30 minutes.
You never had your car!
Matt has just joined the 430 crew.
My first Ferrari ever.
What do you think so far?
It's amazing, and it's red because it's a red Ferrari.
First Ferrari has to be red.
Of course.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
You can have a white CTS painted one, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so you have bought yourself.
I actually might own more Italian cars than you now.
You might actually.
I might.
I'm a 9.
No, I don't.
So tell me about your car quickly.
I love my Maserati so much, I thought I'd buy a better version of 430. At Freddie's unit, there is just a pristine one, white, sitting there with like centre lock conversion,
Parts
manual
car.
conversion, everything like that.
Parts car, yeah.
Yeah, and then when Sam said I can have this one, then it's a no-brainer.
Done deal,
it's
right?
a no-brainer.
It needs a little bit of work, right? But,
Not too much. Like,
Matt's just got this one. You're going to have to follow his build on his channel for this one. It's going to be a very exciting one. And me and Freddie are probably going to get a few phone calls. You've joined the Ferrari crew, right?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to give you my daughter's hat. There you go.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
No, you just need the jacket, the trainers.
Actually, hold on. I got something for you.
Oh, look, it's just it's a day of giving him. That was my daughter wearing it. You can that's cool.
I brought this all the way from America.
Oh no.
Oh look, mate!
No.
Look at this.
I present you.
yeah.
Oh, dude, dude.
Look at that.
Give me that. Yes. This is gonna be my thumbnail. This is my thumbnail one.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, mate.
You have arrived.
Right, who said I like Porsches? I don't. I'm a Ferrari man now. Yes.
Your life is complete, my friend. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Sorry.
Oh, mate, well, we gotta get a picture of this, so come on.
Well, there you go, guys. More 430 content coming to YouTube. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all very shortly in the next one. Ciao for now.